Hello and welcome to Radical Living. I'm your host, Shoeless Joe, and today we are talking about Konmari versus minimalism.
All I want is just a simple life.
If you're watching this video, chances are you've heard of a little book called The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. The Japanese Art of Decluttering and Organizing by Marie Kondo. The first time I really heard about this book was from my wife Erin. She was talking about how it was kind of becoming this new craze. Everyone on Facebook was talking about this book and how you go through everything you have and see if it sparks joy, and then you decide whether or not to keep it. And I'm like, yeah, that's minimalism. There's lots of minimalist books. What's so big about this one? And she seemed like really excited by this idea, like, oh my gosh, it's great. And I'm like, yeah, that's minimalism. It's what I've always been telling you about. Like, what? Why is this book suddenly now like sparking this in you? I don't get it. But if it's gonna strike a chord that I haven't been able to do up until now, then so be it. But I thought it was kind of weird because I hadn't really heard any other minimalists really talk about it much. I only remembered hearing one mention of it long ago, and that was it. Then I bought the book for Erin for Christmas and read it and found out why. The Konmari method basically goes like this. First, you imagine your idea. When you picture, you draw, you print out pictures of what you want your space that you live in to look like, your house or apartment or whatever. What do you want it to feel like? What do you want it to look like? You describe it, you have the image, you really know what you want the end result to be. Then you tidy in one shot as quickly and completely as possible. You don't slowly go through things or slowly go through rooms, you do it all at once. And instead of going room by room and focusing on each room, you do it by category. So you do all the clothes at once, all the books at once, all the documents at once. It's by category, not by location. Then once you've got all your stuff in one place, you've got all your clothes or books or whatever in a big heap on the floor, you go through and instead of thinking about what to get rid of, you focus on what to keep. And the criteria for deciding what to keep, which is probably what the book is most well known for, is you hold each item in your hands and ask yourself, does this spark joy? And if it does, you keep it. And if not, chuck it.
I got the joy, 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 joy down in my heart.
And that's pretty much it. That's the Konmari method. And her whole point is that once you're done, everything around you will bring you joy, and you will have discarded everything that doesn't. And Marie Kondo says that if you do this just like she spells out for you, you will never rebound. You will never start collecting junk again, because you will just always ask yourself, does this spark joy? Does it bring joy to my life? The Konmari method is actually really close to my method of getting rid of things. The 3 T's of minimalism. Is it a tool, is it a treasure, or is it trash? The only difference is she doesn't really address things that are tools but not necessarily treasures, like things you need that don't spark joy, which I have heard some criticism about. Like this screwdriver, it does nothing for me. No. But I'm not going to get rid of it because it doesn't spark joy, because it's a tool. So basically my way of doing it, the 3 T's of minimalism, is just like the Konmari method, but more complete. Victory! So I think the reason that a lot of minimalist bloggers out there and writers and stuff like that don't really talk about the Konmari method is that she kind of goes against everything that they say. Like a lot of minimalists out there will tell you to slowly go through your stuff at your own pace, you know, just slowly work on this little part or this or that. And the Konmari method says, no, don't do it slowly. Do it as fast and as hard as possible. A lot of minimalists will tell you to do it room by room. Just go through your living room and do all of that, then go through your bedroom and do all of that. And the Konmari method says, no, screw that, go by category. Do all the books wherever they may be. Do all the clothes no matter where you find them. And many minimalists have some sort of benchmark, like if you haven't used it in a year or 6 months or this period of time, or when was the last time you did this, or how many seasons, or whatever. And Konmari says, nope, I don't care when the last time you used it, or what season, or how many whatevers. Just hold the dang thing in your hand and say, does this spark joy? And then it hit me. That's why this book and this method resonates so much with women, is because it's more focused on emotion and what the book makes you feel. Now look, I'm not trying to be sexist or misogynist or anything, but in general, women tend to be more in touch with their emotional side and men tend to be more focused on the logical way of things. So a lot of these minimalist bloggers out there, like The Minimalist and Josh Becker and Leo Bobauto and all those people, they are guys and they're more focused on like the logistics and like, okay, when was the last time you used this? How did you use it? When can you do more than one? Can you do all? Can you do it? And that message did resonate with women. It's not like there were no minimalist women until now, but Marie Kondo is touching on something that women can just connect with, it seems like, in general, a little bit more easily. And I can think of more than a couple guys who would not be able to feel any emotion whatsoever from touching any object, ever. So, it's a mug. I feel nothing. I feel nothing. If I do the Konmari method, I'm going to end up with nothing. Now, at first I thought this was just like another avenue into minimalism, another way to finding minimalism and realizing that you want everything to bring joy to your life. But then I realized it's not. It is so close to promoting minimalism, but it doesn't quite go all the way. I think of it as vegetarian versus vegan. The Konmari method is like vegetarian, you know, they're on the right path, they're way more there than anyone else, but they're not quite that vegan fullness. Here's what I mean. The Konmari method has all the signs of minimalism, like you're going through all of your stuff, you're questioning it, you're really doing it intentionally, and you're even asking everything, does this bring joy into my life? The difference between the Konmari method and minimalism is the way that she focuses on what to keep rather than what to get rid of. So let's look at books as an example. She would say just touch each book and ask yourself, does this spark joy within me? But the thing is, with the Konmari method, you could have like 100 different books spark joy within you, and she would say go ahead and keep them if they bring you joy. Whereas a minimalist would want to more question that and say, okay, these maybe are sparking joy, but really, how many am I going to use? I saw a picture of someone's bedroom after Marie Kondo herself helped them Konmari their life, and it looked way better, it was awesome, except I noticed that there were a lot of books. There were like multiple, like almost like a half wall full of books. And to me I was just like, ooh, like, ooh. There was an article I read where someone was sort of criticizing the Konmari method, and she said, well, what if everything I have sparks joy within me? Like, she had tons of vintage clothes, she loved to collect them or whatever. I don't know if she wore them all or not, but I don't know. She had tons of clothes, and she said they all sparked joy with her. Well, the Konmari method would probably tell her, keep them. They all spark joy, keep them all. Why not? YOLO! And that's like the only little issue I have with the Konmari method, is this idea of sparking joy without looking at the practical side of things. Like, I've gotten rid of numerous things that have sparked joy within me, but it was time for them to go anyways. I've gotten rid of books that I absolutely love and still spark joy, movies that still spark joy, like all kinds of things that still stir something within me, but I'm like, yeah, but I can live without this. Like, I won't miss it after a little while of it being gone. Pretty much my whole video about ruthless minimalism is the exact opposite of the Konmari method. Which is fine, and I'm like so happy that this book exists and that so many people are starting to actually question and intentionally go through all of their stuff and decide what to keep. And if you want a just giant bookcase full of books or a closet full of clothes, who am I to judge? And who knows, maybe this will bring people to minimalism. Maybe once they get rid of all that other stuff and they keep the things that they love, they might even start to question those things that bring them joy. So in the comments below, discuss. Tell me what you think of the Konmari method. Am I right? Am I wrong? Is it minimalism? Isn't it minimalism? You tell me. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, keep it simple, question everything, and stay radical.
When it's gone, I'm not gonna miss it when it's gone. Not gonna miss junk over here, not gonna miss junk over there. Oh, I'm not gonna miss it when it's gone.
I wonder if you can Konmari your friends, like go up to everyone you know and hold their hands, or maybe just hold them like a baby, like a big baby. Look into their eyes, and if they don't spark joy, drop them. The Japanese art of taifasa. My way of doing things, the 3 T's pada. My way of doing things, like I have lots of, which I've heard some kind of upsetness. Upsetness? Really? Did you really say that? I don't even know what I'm asking. That you could have the head from touching any object if it called pada. You will have everything that you have that you, and you focus instead of getting what to go pata. Ask yourself, does this spark joy within me?